Welcome to Athens, the cradle of Western civilization. From ancient landmarks to vibrant modern culture, this city has it all. Join us as we explore the top 10 things you absolutely must do when you're in Athens. Number 10. Athens National Garden. The National Garden of Athens is a beautiful natural garden that sits south of the Monastiraki Museum and east of the Acropolis. The garden is brimming with flowers, trees, trellises, several lakes, and natural vegetation, and it also offers something the city center of Athens often lacks: some natural shade and protection to keep you out of the sun and heat. The garden is free to visit and open from sunrise to sunset, and you can enter and exit from each side depending on the direction you're headed. There are 7 entrances in total. You'll also find public restrooms, a conservatory, a children's library, and a small cafe on site, although past visitors have said the cafe is overpriced. Number 9. Lycabettus Hill. Lycabettus Hill is one of the highest peaks in Athens. At the peak, you'll find one of the most sweeping views of the city. There's also a pretty whitewashed church called St. George, a cafe, and Orizontes, a gourmet Greek restaurant with surely the capital's most scenic terrace. Concerts are held at the Lycabettus Open Air Theater, built on another part of the hill, in the summertime. The theater has been shut since 2008 but is set to finally reopen in late summer 2023. Number 8. Anaphiotica. Anaphiotica is another trendy neighborhood in Athens that is nestled just beside the Plaka, and it is known for its car-free winding streets and alleys as well as its adorable homes and churches. The area is small, yet not difficult to find due to its location just next to the Acropolis. You can easily spend several hours here enjoying coffee or a cocktail or shopping at one of the local boutiques. Visitors who have been to Anaphiotica say it's one of their favorite parts of the city, and that it's beautiful and even romantic for some. Consider getting up early to capture some stunning photos of Anaphiotica with the Acropolis towering in the background and few other travelers to interfere with your shots. Number 7. Ancient Agora Athens. The agoras of the ancient Greek city-states were open areas for people to assemble for everything from political gatherings to public debates. Ancient Agora is the most popular of its kind, thanks in part to its historical significance. Socrates used to lecture here, and it was also here that St. Paul sought out converts for the then fledgling religion known as Christianity. Recent travelers, especially history buffs, loved visiting Ancient Agora. Though some wished the site offered more written information about its ruins, many felt the locale had a better atmosphere and fewer crowds than the adjacent Acropolis. Just be sure to wear comfortable walking shoes or allot extra time for moving around if you use a wheelchair, since Ancient Agora's pathways are covered in gravel. Others raved about the views of the Acropolis that can be seen here, but warned that this site is a magnet for pickpockets. Number 6. Temple of Poseidon. Athens isn't short on treats for fans of Greek mythology. This temple at Saunion, which is dedicated to the mighty Poseidon, should be one of the first temples on your checklist. This marble temple was first built by ancient Athenians to honor Poseidon and guide sailors safely home. All that remains now is a series of towering columns that don't half look beautiful against a glorious Greek sunset. Number 5. National Archaeological Museum. The National Archaeological Museum contains some of the most revered artifacts of Greece, dating back to 5000 BC, and is considered one of the world's best museums for ancient Greek art. For many recent travelers, this museum was the highlight of their trip. Prior visitors said this museum is well laid out and offers informative and interesting displays. A few reviewers reported feeling overwhelmed by all of the artifacts on display, and recommended mapping out which exhibits you'd like to see ahead of time to maximize your visit. For many, seeing Agamemnon's gold death mask was a must. Several travelers recommend breaking up your visit with a stop at the on-site cafe. Number 4. Plaka. The beautiful, historical neighborhood of Plaka, located under the Acropolis, is largely residential. Still, its assortment of restaurants and cafes keep it swarming with tourists each summer. You can also shop, especially if you're looking to bring home some gold or silver jewelry. Motor vehicles are not permitted on this neighborhood's winding streets, so make sure you have a street map or access to maps on your phone and a comfortable pair of shoes. Visitors say the plaza offers a charming atmosphere and plenty of great shops for both souvenirs and one-of-a-kind finds. If you'd rather sip a drink once the sun goes down, travelers suggest visiting one or several of the area's vibrant clubs or bars. Number 3. Parthenon. If you're visiting during the scorching summer months, get up early and head to the base of the Acropolis before 8 a.m. Summer temperatures average in the high 80s and 90s, and the long lines can leave you standing in the heat for hours. An impressive example of ancient Greek architecture, the Parthenon is a cultural landmark like no other. Number 2. Acropolis Museum. Once you're inside the Acropolis Museum, look for the famous caryatids, a collection of marble statues that were replaced by copies on the Erechtheion for the purpose of their preservation. As its name suggests, the Acropolis Museum, which resides in central Athens' Makrojani district just below the ancient site itself, houses various archaeological findings from the Acropolis. Key exhibits include a relief of Athena Nike, several carved statues from Erechtheion, the head of a statue of Alexander the Great, and a gallery with various Parthenon artifacts. Number 1. Acropolis. While there are many more Acropolis in Greece, it's this one in central Athens that garners the most attention. In fact, it's routinely referred to simply as the Acropolis. The site is an elevated, flat-topped rock with an assortment of monuments and ruins built throughout the 5th century BC, including the Parthenon, the Temple of Athena Nike, and the Erechtheion. Travelers say the hike to the Acropolis is just as memorable as the sights it holds. If you're going to try it, many suggest beginning your trek in the early morning or late afternoon to avoid peak temperatures and crowds. For the best photos and views, arrive shortly before sunset. Visitors with mobility issues will have access to an elevator. However, some travelers noticed others struggling to move wheelchairs around the property, which lacks ramps and has gravel pathways, so allow extra time when using a wheelchair. Athens is a city that beautifully blends the ancient with the modern, offering something for everyone. We hope this list inspires your next adventure in this incredible city. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more travel guides and tips. Share your favorite Athens experiences in the comments below. Until next time, happy travels!